Hi guys, it's Stephanie Grams, Sewpreneur.com. How are you? YouTube is Sewing Memories. And so just to continue some of the sewing business tips for keepsake sewing business owners, I just have a contract and a terms of service and a payment plan kind of info tidbit for you today. So basically, payment plans and a layaway are pretty much the same. Um, they're not the same, but they're kind of the same. So for today's video, I'm just going to say payment plan. Most of my customers know what that means, but I've had some customers ask for a layaway, and when we talked a little bit more, it basically meant a payment plan. So, just make sure that you know what your customers are thinking when they ask for a payment plan or a layaway. All right, because they may not be on the same page as you. So definitely communicate, find out what it is they're referring to. So this is some of the information. This is part of the contract and facts on my website. And I'm just going to share them with you today, and maybe there's some information on here that will help you with your business. So I basically just say these terms seem to be intertwined within my customer base. So I use the terms accordingly, payment plans and layaway. Regardless of the term, I follow the same protocol for them both. And due to the nature of this business, I cannot accept refunds, returns, exchanges, or credits. My company won't give you a refund on your product because it's custom made. It's literally one of a kind. And just in case you're new, a keepsake business is when somebody sends their favorite pieces of clothing or like a baby outfit, onesies, sleepers, favorite t-shirts, or like you're going home from the hospital, newborn type of product, like the swaddle, the baby blanket, those kinds of things. So those literally are one of a kind. It's like that's all you've got, right? For that moment, for that child. So the customer ships that to me or will meet me locally in a public place, public parking lot, usually, where we meet up, exchange clothes, they pay half down. Okay, I'm getting there. So all orders require a non-refundable payment of half down of the total. So if the total for the order is $100, they have to give me $50 up front. And I tell them that the non-refundable half of that total is required before the order begins because that secures your spot on my calendar. And I use that to purchase the necessary sewing notions I need for your order. Not every order uses the same interfacing or the same sewing needles or the same thread. So I take that half non-refundable and I use it for the sewing notions that I need for your specific order. I go on and say that scraps of fabric can be given back to you. If I have to mail them back to you, you have to pay the difference in shipping because sometimes scraps add weight to your total order. So if I'm the customer and I send you 10 shirts, right? But you want the backs of those back, not only are you going to have the expense of the scraps, but you have the expense of the product, the order I made. So hopefully that makes a little bit of sense. But adding the scraps is not a problem. You might just have to pay the difference in shipping. And of course, you can get that weighed the total weight. UPS, post office, USPS, places like that will weigh it and give you a price. All right, customers are responsible for assuring the mailing address is correct at the time of placing their order, but also they have multiple chances to make sure that the address and zip code that they've given is correct. And one thing that I like to do is when I get ready to package and mail their completed order, I double check the address with the customer. I actually send them a screenshot of either the written address they gave me, or if it was like in a email or something like that, I send them a screenshot of that. Back up to the payment plan. Before the order is mailed back, the remaining balance is due to be paid in full. So make sure you get your money make sure they pay in full before you ship that item back, okay? Okay, if the customer is using a credit card to pay, whether it's through PayPal or Venmo, however, point of sale system, however you do that, for me, the credit card, the name on the credit card needs to match the customer's order, because there has been horror stories where a person ordered, not from me, this has not happened to me, but it has happened in our industry, where a customer used the spouse's credit card unknowingly to the spouse to make an order. They received the product. The spouse did not like that the credit card was used, and so they put a fraud or something on it, and the company sided with the customer, so the customer got their finished product and all their money back. So definitely, I'm not giving you tax advice or legal advice. I'm not the person to do that. But when I hear a horror story, I make sure I put it in my contract, because I don't want that to happen to me and my my company. So, all right. The customer, let's see here. Oh, all orders come with basic insurance, the free insurance. But if their product costs more than that basic mailing insurance, the customer needs to pay for the upgrade to make sure their product is covered. So I know that the post office used to give you like $50 insurance. So if my customer's order is more than $50, which they typically are, I let the customer know that it's going to cost X amount of dollars extra for the insurance. My customers have never bat an eye on that. They want that security. They want that coverage. All right. Customers are responsible for reading the contract, term of service, and facts page on my website. I let them know, here is the link to my contract and terms of service. Please read over these and be familiar with how I run my business. I am very professional. I'm very easy to work with, and I'm very thorough. And my customers have really appreciated that with me. Appreciated that about me, I should say. All right. I also say that once the product is shipped, I get that receipt from whoever I ship it through, right? And there's a tracking number. I actually send a screenshot of that tracking number. I cover up my business credit card information on that receipt, but I show them the tracking number with their address, and I tell them to please make sure that you're watching for your package, because this is now your responsibility. It has left my company, and I am no longer responsible for this, which leads me to last but not least. And the company, were not responsible for damaged, lost, stolen, or compromised packages. So please be responsible. Receive your package. This is the tracking number. Please know your surroundings. Know who's around your home. Use your cameras. Again, my customers have never batted an eye on that. They have thanked me for being so thorough in my business. They felt safe and comfortable with shipping. I mean, I had a vintage wedding dress shipped to me, and then so I had to ship the remaining scraps of the products back. And so that customer appreciated all of that. She felt safe and secure that her product or her wedding dress was going to arrive safely, but also sent back in a respectful, professional manner. All right, guys, Stephanie Graham's Sewpreneur.com. I hope you have a great rest of your day. And I like to date my videos. It is September 11th, 2023. Have a great day.